The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
You're watching Entertain Fort Wayne.
We're making hits, we're doing it, we're making tracks, we're about to snap, cause we're back and we're picking up the slack. Put Fort Wayne on the map. P-Dog, zigzag and flash, that Who's Your Daddy pass. Sit back, relax, and take your places. We're here to make it for your entertainment. Who's Your Daddy stepping up, we're going places. So hold on tight, we're taking flight, we're here to make it.
Hello, I'm Charles Osborn, and you're watching Entertain Fort Wayne. Tonight, we have a special performance for you. We have The Phenom from Fort Wayne, Indiana. How you doing, Phenom?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Can you tell us maybe some of the things you've been doing lately, work-wise?
Well, I want to say I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me out on the show. I've been doing quite a bit, mainly here in Fort Wayne. You know, this is where I'm based out of, and this is where my entertainment business is. So everything from promoting shows to producing music and working on some of my own music as a recording artist.
Right on. I noticed that you just dropped an album. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, actually I have a mixtape that's out right now. It's called Still Married to the Music. That's my latest release. You can download it at datpiff.com, and it's also on SoundCloud. But I have a upcoming release that's scheduled to come out in the fall. That would be my new album. My last album was Back to the Basics. That came out in 2012. So this next album is pretty anticipated just because it's been a few years since I dropped the album. So and I put a lot of work into it. It's called Big Business, and it'll be coming out in the fall.
Right on. And I appreciate the artists that take the time and producing those albums. There's artists out there that are dropping album after album after album after album. In my opinion, they're losing their ability, they're losing their talent because they're so quick to get them out there. And with you yourself that put the time and the effort into it, it might take some time to get it out there, but I feel that it is a lot harder. It's a lot more into it. Like, for instance, not name dropping any mainstream artists like Lil Wayne. My opinion, he dropping so many mixtapes after mixtapes after mixtapes that, you know, slowly he kind of starting to slip a little bit than when he started with the Birdman, you know, with his dad and Juvenile and all that. Because at the time, he was taking his time and producing those albums, and now he's just dropping them left and right, which I really appreciate the artists that take their time. It might be a while before we hear that album, but best believe it's going to be a masterpiece.
Definitely. It's a lot of time and effort gets put into it. And I believe that's a big difference to me between an album and a mixtape. A lot of artists, a lot of hip hop artists, they put out mixtapes more often than albums. And a mixtape is more of something where it's not as much thought put into it or time. It's kind of something that you can put together real quick for your fans or just to get a street buzz going on. But I think the album is more of it's an original work. There's usually a universal theme to an album. You usually work on every song from scratch on the album. Sometimes on a mixtape, it'll be, you'll use music that's not original, or you might remix something like that. You know what I mean? So there's different purposes for different music, and different types of releases. But I think that quality over quantity is important. So regardless of how much music you release, as long as you make sure that it's quality, you know what I mean? I think that's what's important.
Could you maybe tell us some of the songs, some of the tracks that you got on your mixtape? I noticed you got some videos on YouTube and things like that, and some of them are really, I mean, they're really good.
Yeah, off the Still Married to the Music mixtape, I made a few videos to some of those songs. 24 to the 7 is a song that I have a video for. That's on YouTube. Turn You Up, that song is on the mixtape. That song was also on the Experiment EP. But it made it on the Still Married to the Music mixtape as well. And that's called Turn You Up. That's a video on YouTube. That's trending right now. And then there's a few other remixes that I did on the album, on the mixtape. I mean, I'm sorry. And then there's a Still Married to the Music. That's the mixtape. And then Stop Killing Us. That's also actually a single from the new album that's coming out, Big Business. So
I really like that track.
And yeah, that Stop Killing Us, that's really something that I put out. I put that out. I rushed it because I put it out really far ahead of the album, and the reason was because the theme of that song was relevant, you know, to what was going on at the time. So when I made that song and I released it with the music video, it was really because I wanted to start a conversation, you know, about the issues, you know, that was going on. So that's what I like to do a lot of times in my music, is I incorporate a message, or I incorporate the problems or something that we're facing, and just try to get people to start talking and asking questions, because that's how we can ultimately figure things out and come up with some solutions to, you know, some of the issues that we face today. So I try to keep that theme in my music, because I think that's what hip hop was supposed to be about. And when people say hip hop is dead, I think that's what they saying. Hip hop is dead only because it's not about the message anymore. It's just more about the business, the money aspect of it. So, and that ties back into my new album that's coming out, Big Business. It's basically because I've already shown what I could do talent-wise with the music, but now I feel like I'm in a time in my career where it's time to master the business aspect of it. So that's where my focus is in this stage of my career, is figuring out the business side and taking it over from that aspect as well.
Yeah, I like the realness of hip hop. Like you were saying, a lot of the rappers nowadays, hip hoppers, aren't talking about things that are real. But the Fort Wayne scene, I've noticed that they're getting more into what's going on with social events, with media events, worldwide events, national events, and things like that, including the struggle. Everybody's in their own struggle, whether it be financially, maybe family-wise, things like that. Everybody's in their own struggle, and you guys kind of teach us how to juggle that struggle with your words and what you're saying in the songs and the tracks. And I really appreciate that as a fan. You mentioned that you produce some other artists. Would you mind mentioning some?
Yes, actually, I would like to mention some of the other artists that I work with, and actually other producers. There's in Fort Wayne, the Lyman Entertainment is a music company, production company that I work with. I've produced some music for Lyman. He has a mixtape out now, actually. Blood Diamond, and then JF. I produced him under my production company, PHE Recording Group. And Q, he's a new producer. He's young. He's making a lot of instrumentals and music, and he does all the production for JF. And then there's some other producers that I work with, like out of town and stuff like that. But the people who I mentioned are like the people I'm working with, like on a day-to-day. And I'm also always open to do features and collaborate with other artists, you know, if they're feeling my music or like where I'm coming from or what I'm trying to do, even with the movement, then I encourage them to contact me, reach out to me. My email address is the best way to reach me. It's phedirect@gmail. That's how you can get in touch with me directly. So
right on.
I'm really on that right now. I want to work with as many artists as I can at this point, you know, before things get too hectic.
Right on. Could they also maybe get a hold of you on Facebook?
Yes. On Facebook, you can find me, PHE Direct. That's how you pull up my music page, my Phenom page. So go to Facebook and look up PHE Direct, and my music page will pop up.
Right on. Yeah, and I see that you have a lot of videos on your fan page as well.
Yeah, I keep the fan page on YouTube, on Facebook. That's the best way to keep up with everything because I keep that updated. I mean, you can follow me on Twitter if you're on there. That's Phenom Direct. So either PHE Direct on Facebook or Phenom Direct on Twitter. You can follow me on any one of those, and you'll keep updated on all my new releases. Anything else I'm doing, even outside of music, my new videos, and also I'm always posting little gems that might be inspirational, like when I learn things throughout the day. So I do it for my own therapy, but I see that it helps some other people too. So just follow me, connect with me online.
Yeah, that's what's up. Testimonies help people.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a problem with voicing their own testimonies when they're living it, and music and artists yourself kind of help us express, you know, our testimonies to where we want to get out there and express ourselves that were maybe before we couldn't. And I appreciate you as artists, you know, that you guys do that as well.
Yeah. That's really what I think is the job of an artist, to express yourself and be able to communicate different things, different aspects, so like the world can understand. So that is a very important role as far as music, you know, and all artistic things like painters, sculptors, you know, everyone that puts things together, because it's a way to communicate, and it's all needed.
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer that music is a universal language. You know, whether we're here in America, whether we're, you know, in Asian countries, whether we're in tribes all over, you know, they have their own music. You know, some of them drum with hand drums, some of them sing, some of them do orchestras, some of them do hip hop, some of them do rock and roll, country, things like that. And I'm a firm believer that if we can find that one way to collaborate, that we will be able to talk to people that we won't be able to talk to from other nations through music. You know, like Morse code. Morse code was kind of a music. I mean, it was a tap, 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 tap. But, you know, somebody could think that that's music because there's kind of a beat to it. You know, and Morse code was a universal language for a very long time, before telephones, before email, and things like that. Is how we communicated throughout the world, was Morse code. And I'm a firm believer that this is kind of Morse code. Now, you know, if we can figure out just a beat or a rhythm or something that we can communicate with other nations, you know, from the Asian countries. I don't know ping, pang, but they might come up with something that I like and can follow, you know, and I can communicate back with them. And communication is what's going to open up the world. People talk about world peace. You know, want to have world peace. Well, I believe that, you know, communication is going to be the key to that. because there's a lot of countries that don't understand us. They only see us, but they don't understand what we're about. They just see what's on the media, see what's on the TV, things like that. But if we can, communicate with them and let them know that not everybody like that, then maybe that will open and spark interest in other nations to come together. And I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And also, deaf people. I mentioned before in a previous episode that there's deaf people. They can't hear anything vocally, but they can feel rhythm, bass or they can feel rhythm. And to them, that's hearing. Mm-hmm. So you guys are helping with them being able to hear something, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. I mean, I've known some deaf people that only read lips and everything's silent to them, but they can put on a pair of headphones and they're nodding. They're listening to that. They might not be able to hear the words, but they hearing that beat, and they liking that because that might be the only thing they can hear. Babies in wombs. They say to put headphones on the belly when the baby's in the womb, and they can feel the vibrations, and it calms the baby down from kicking and moving around so much for the mother that might be having some tension or pain from that. So music is very important to the world in many aspects, and I appreciate you as an artist for contributing to that. And speaking of which, could you maybe tell the viewers maybe some of the sacrifices and commitments that you have made as an artist to produce that music?
I lost track of the sacrifices a while ago. I've just been. It's a lifestyle, You just got to make that choice that. That's what you want to do. You have to visualize yourself as being that. Once I fully visualize myself as being a recording artist, producer, promoter, that's what I became. And every day when I wake up, that's what my heart tells me to do, so I follow it. And one choice leads to another, one opportunity leads to another. So the opportunity cost, I don't spend time thinking about that. I don't spend time thinking so much about what could I be doing if I wasn't doing this, because this is my passion. This is the thing I would regret not doing. So as long as I know that I'm following my heart and I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose and what I'm supposed to be here for, I don't really pay too much attention to the sacrifices on what I'm missing out on, because I feel like I'm living a fulfilled life,
Yeah.
So that's really how I see it. I don't really think too much about what I'm not getting, because I'm too concerned about focus on where I'm going.
Yeah, and I respect that too, because everybody has a bright future. If we can all tap into the gift that we have, and everybody in the world has a gift somewhere. Some of them might not know what that gift is. Some of them might be so deep down that they're not grabbing a hold of it. But everybody has a gift, and they can make the world a brighter place with that gift, one way or another. Authors, they could write a book. That's their gift, and it could be the #1 top seller because somebody feel what they writing about.
Yeah.
Music, you're going to talk about real things that are happening in the world, and some people are going to be like, I feel that because that's what's going on in my life. And, and they're going to tell their friends, hey, listen to this album, and they're going to go out and, purchase that album because they feel it too. And that future is widening every day because it's bigger and bigger and bigger. Like Entertain Fort Wayne. I maybe had maybe 3 people watch my episode, my very first episode. I wasn't really out there yet. My first episode was Flashy and Ricky Dreams. And I was just starting out, but word of mouth got out. Hey, watch this show, man. He's supporting local artists. He's supporting local businesses. Check him out. He got some good talent coming on. And now I'm walking down the street, and I got people at gas stations pumping their tank, and they're, hey, Charles Osborn, Entertain Fort Wayne, come here a minute. You still doing your show? I'll tell them, yeah, I'm still doing it. And they'll tell me, hey, good job, man. Keep up the good work, man. There's some positive, positive things going on. I feel that vibe.
Yeah, that's motivation to keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And even the people that's like, want to hate on me, they want to sit there and eat their bags of chips on their sofas and not and hate on me while they're eating their chips. You know what I'm saying? And they don't understand how hard it is to do these shows, but it's fun. So while y'all eating your chips and hating on somebody, why don't you come out and try it? Why don't you come out and try it, sitting there hating on somebody? Come out and try what we do. I guarantee you, either you'll love it or you'll hate it because it's too hard for you. But we all got a gift, and we all need to share that gift. Instead of sharing, pop, pop, bang, bang, and sharing things that are negative, especially on Facebook, people sharing negative things on Facebook. Why don't you all share your gift on Facebook? If you paint a picture, copy that picture and put it on Facebook and get some likes for that. Instead of talking about your breakup with your boyfriend, your breakup with your girlfriend, things like that are negative. Racism, socialization that are negative, targeting people for their opinions and whatnot. Man, squash that, man. The whole world's full enough of that negativity. Won't you add something positive, and maybe that would trend. And right now, negativity's trending because that's what's in our faces. But maybe if we start trending positivity, that'll be in our face and then go all over the place. It'll viral. Why don't we try that? And that's what the artists do. And that's what I do. We do things that are positive. And people are hating that because it's positive. Stop hating on things that are positive. Start loving things that are positive. That's what's called positive. You hate on it, what's turning into negative, and that's what's all in our faces is negativity. If we're going to change the nation, it's going to be through positive action and not negative repercussions. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. Now, I really appreciate you, Phenom, for talking to me. Now,
Thanks
let's
for
hear
having
this
me,
man
man.
work.
Yeah. It's like this though. It's like this though. Yeah. Stop killing us like we don't see what you doing. You killing us like you don't see us as humans. I'm like, stop killing us. We just trying to live, trying to hustle, doing this for our kids. I'm like, stop killing us. We just like you. Stop killing us. Just let us do what we do. Stop killing us. We just trying to live. Before you kill me, let me know what I did. Being black, I'm guilty as charged. What I'm fighting for is really a cause. They doing us filthy, really killing us soft. I think they feel me, but they still being soft. They look at me silly when I come with that militant talk. But it's for real, my brother. It's crazy how they finding ways to kill my brothers. Gave us different names, but you still my brother. Gave us drugs and guns, now we killing each other. Suffering so long, when will we recover? It's a war going on, need to fight or seek cover. This life is three colors, they all shades of gray. Let's try to get this right for it all fades away. And of all days today, stop killing us like we don't see what you doing. You killing us like you don't see us as humans. I'm like, stop killing us. We just trying to live, trying to hustle, doing this for our kids. I'm like, stop killing us. We just like you. Stop killing us, just let us do what we do. Stop killing us. I'm just trying to live. Before you kill me, let me know what I did. What I'm talking is serious. Lives get taken away. Mothers cry for their sons. In the casket they lay. That's what I see when I open my eyes after I pray. Police see him put his hands up and still they blast him away. I couldn't sit back and just watch us get done wrong. Before they do me, I put the topic in one song. All you can do is pray when the cops got their guns drawn. Cause they don't care no more, they'll stretch you out on the front lawn. Blood of a king in my veins and it runs strong. I do it for my people, dead, alive, and unborn. Yeah, it's like it's us against society. I'm a product of the system, now they denying me. Stop killing us like we don't see what you doing. You killing us like you don't see us as humans. I'm like, stop killing us. We just trying to live. We trying to hustle, doing this for our kids. I'm like, stop killing us. We just like you. Stop killing us. Just let us do what we do. Stop killing us. I'm just trying to live. Before you kill me, let me know what I did.